What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB. Okay, we're going to do something fun today. I've never done this. I've been thinking about this just as a matter of fact of wanting to do something. We're going to do something. We're going to play an outside bet, and we're going to increase it by 1 unit, win or loss. We're going to keep going. So I'm going to go with odd right now, and we're going to do a $5 unit. Whether we win, whether we lose, we're going to increase it 1 unit, which in this case is $5, until we get to a $100 bet will be our final bet. That will be a cumulative amount of bets of 1,050. So if we lose every single bet, we'll be down 1,050. Okay. So I don't know how this is going to play out. I'm hoping it plays out well. It just depends along the way of where you lose, right? You could win a bunch and then lose at the end and you're going to get wiped out, right? So, okay, there we go. So there's 5. So our next bet obviously is just going to be a double. We're going to add it here, double it up here. Okay, we go. I'm going to call this, we're betting $5 units here. We're going to call this the nickel fudge nudge. Okay, because we're betting $5 and we're going to nudge it up. And the fact of the matter is you could get really screwed in the keister on this one. So we're going to call this a nickel fudge nudge. And let's hope we don't get screwed over too bad. This is going to be, I don't know. We'll see how this plays. What I was originally going to do is I was going to pick a strategy and we were going to increase it 1 unit every single step of the way. And then I decided, let's try this one first before we do that, because if we were to do, say, 5 double straights, that could get expensive real quick. So as it is, we're risking 1,050 on the line. Obviously, I don't expect to lose every single bet. What is there, 20 bets here? Let me see here. I think we bet 20 times here. Yeah, so we'll have 20 spins. This should take us right around the 15-minute mark, 17-minute mark for this video. And this is definitely nothing but screwing around here. This is not a strategy I would suggest, but who knows? Maybe this is a sleeper strat, right? Look at this. We're killing it. We should just stop right here. We're up $20. All right, so yeah, we're going to keep going. We're up at $20. Okay, this is our 4th bet, 4 out of 20 here. Like I said, you could win a bunch right at the beginning, but because we'll keep adding on it, you lose a couple here at the end, and we're going to lose everything because our last bets are $90, $95, $100 bets. You lose those, you're going to lose everything. So definitely not a good strategy. I'm just trying to break up the monotony of doing stuff that's tried and responsible. Well, I guess we can't really call what I do responsible, but you get the kind of the idea here. All right. We want to build up as much of a lead as we can here, because we know this is going to go the other direction at some point here. And we could get on a string of 8 losses in a row. And if that happens, we're not going to recover because we're not going to be martingaling. The best we can hope for is that we get lucky and on the very end, we win the last bunch. But I thought this would be kind of interesting. So this is interesting and stupid all wrapped up into one thing. I mean, where else are you going to go for a shit show like this, right? I mean, that's why people tune in for our live streams. It's a shit show, right? There's nothing ever seems to go. We're not a professional organization. If you've ever seen my live streams, you'll know it's not a professional production. It's definitely, I don't even know what to fucking call it, but it's definitely not a professional. It's more like street stream. Can we call it street streaming? That's what we're going to call it. That's a new term, street streaming, right? So I'm just kind of curious how this goes. Hey, just to remind you, if you're needing an account like on stake.com and you don't qualify because of KYC, get on our Discord, create a ticket. We will help you get you set up onto stake.com. One of the reasons I really like stake.com right now is because you have penny bets. Look down here on the chip size. You have as minimum as penny, and look at the maximum on this particular table. It's a French table. It's $75,000, 1 penny to 75,000. And on their other tables, it's 250,000 max bet. So I'm really excited about that 250. As many of you know, I lost a $115,000 bet. I don't know, 8 weeks ago. And so I am chomping at the bit to come back and win that back. All right, there we go. So as you can see, we don't recover. This I can't imagine this ending well, but we'll see. We're at $40. We're almost halfway there. Maybe we can get really, really lucky and get our odds in a row. I'm going with odds because I've been playing clever bets, super martingale with odds. Super martingale meaning you double it plus you add one base unit. And if I'm going to play an outside martingale type system, I like super martingale because you're doubling it plus adding one base unit, doubling it plus one base unit. Every single time you lose, when you finally do win, it's as if you won every single time because of that adding plus one unit. So, all right, here we go. We are at $45. We're up 60. But like I said, as this thing keeps increasing, it's only going to take us 2 losses in a row, 3, 4. And we can easily get 6 or 8 losses in a row on this. So crossing my fingers that we do as well as we've done in the first half here for the second half of this run, and that we can end up. If you have some kooky ideas, get into Discord, get in our roulette strategy, throw me some kooky ideas. I really like the kooky ideas. Let's see what we can do with some of these things and see how they play out. We don't always have to be responsible, and the majority of the time, actually, me, I'm not responsible. So that being said, going back to what some other people said, oh, you're going unhinged. And listen, I will. The next couple of videos after this, I will play responsibly. I will show you to come in here, play with the proper bankroll, play with the proper discipline, and that's how you should do it if you want to make money. Now, that being said, when you start making a bunch of videos and you start live streaming a bunch of times, after a while, I got to be honest with you, being responsible doesn't hold the luster that it used to have. Okay. It just doesn't. It doesn't hold the, you kind of clamor for something different. And so I feel torn because on one hand, I want you guys to see responsible play. And some people said, oh, do as I say, not as I do. Exactly. And that's exactly why I fucking tell you on some of these videos, do as I say, not as I do, because I don't want any misrepresentation that's saying that this is the way to play. I'm telling you straight up, don't play this effing way. I don't know why people are so critical of that. I have plenty of videos. You can go to my low bankroll videos. I have plenty of videos showing you the correct way to play and that you can win in the long term. I have several of the low bankroll video series that did phenomenally because I'm playing in the proper system, enough progressions, learning when to walk away, time boxing it with 15-minute increments. So I don't want to hear your shit when you say, oh, you tell us, I got plenty of that time. I'm very clear when I'm fucking around or I go degen, or even I say, okay, if I lose this, that's it. And then I change my mind. Guess what? I changed my mind. That's all there is to it. I get to do it. You get to do it. Everybody gets to do it. It's your money. You do what you want to do. Oh my God, we're getting so lucky right now. But again, it's only going to take 2 losses to wipe us out. All right, because we're at $65. 3, not 2 losses, a little bit more than that, but I will take what we can get. Not a bad thing if we can walk out of here. I was fully expecting to be down. Anyway, so yeah, let's put everything into perspective when some of you guys are nailing me to the wall with the, oh, you're just doing this, you're doing it. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of fun. I'm trying to make this enjoyable. I got to do this day in and day out. I don't want to be eating bread, the same piece of plain white bread every day of my life here. Let's throw some butter on it. Let's get some fat in there. Let's clog our arteries up a little bit. Come on. YOLO, baby. YOLO. Right? So anyway, now if I play and I'm saying this is the way to play, and then I go, everybody's been joking in Discord that my progressions go, $5, $10, $15, 30,000. And if I tell you that this is the way to do it, then you can give me crap and say, this dude doesn't know what he's doing. But, I do know what I'm doing. I choose to go off the rails. And legitimately, if you do bet big like that outside of your progressions, you won't last. I've gone up, I've come back, I've done it. Wow, we are rocking this. We picked right on odd so far. All right, we're at $75. We're up $315. We'll take it right now. So, yes, What I would suggest you do, and I'm going to make a video on this next time. I like playing another way. And I told you guys about this a while back when I was making some of my runs up to targets, which is, for example, take this. You play responsibly. And when you get to a milestone, whatever that is, an X dollar amount, in my case, I usually go for 125 or 250, usually 250. And the reason I like 250 is I get to 250 profit. I can do $50 double streets, 5 double streets. $50 each for a $250 bet, make $50. If I lose, I just lost house money. But I make a promise myself when I play that way that if I lose, I'm done. And I have to leave and I'll come back in another session and I'll do it again. I like that. I did it way back when I was originally down to $4,000 and I made my run and we went way up. That's what I was doing. I was playing and then I was risking all my profit for 1 to 2 spins. And then going back down and playing, then risking all the profit for 1 to 2 spins. You lose, okay, it sets you back the session, but you don't go into deficit. You win a couple of those, man, you can really make some great strides moving forward. OMG, I really want to stop right here, but I promised that we would go all the way till where we are at $100 bet. But I really, really, really want to stop right here because we're at look at this run of odds. All right, I'm loving this. Let's see. If we lose 85, 90, 95, 100, we'll still be okay, right? Because even if we have 4 more bets, 85, 90, 95, 100, that's not going to equal 400. So the good news is right now, even if we lose the next 4 in a row, we'll still be up slightly in profit. But certainly I would love just to stop the train right now and get off before it starts doing. But I'm glad we're not stopping right now. Look at this. This has been an incredible run, man. It's an incredible run. All right, we're at $90. We have 3 more bets, 90, 95, and 100. So let's just, that's what, 90, 185, $285 is the amount of money. If we lose the remaining 3, 285. So we'll still walk away with really nice profit off this. I think it would be fun to do this with $1 and just keep going. Just keep going, set aside $1,000 like we're doing now, go with $1 and just see where it ends up. Obviously, every session you play on this would be different. Okay, there's a loss. All right, come on, don't give us 3 losses in a row. I'm getting greedy now. It'd be great, pal, if you can just give us 2 more wins here. That would put us nicely up over $500. What was our high here? 555. All right. Let's see if we can get this back. 2 wins in a row is all we want. Anyway, if you got some kooky ideas that might just have a chance of winning, get in Discord, let me know. I'm all for having fun with some of this stuff. I'm done. I promise the next couple of videos will be, this is the way you do it. Buy the book. Oh, dang it. Okay. Our last bet. Here we are. Let's see if we can at least get this one. We won the majority. We got up. So worst case scenario, we're going to walk away here up $270 and $1,050 wagered. Because that was our total bankroll. So we'll walk away $1,050 wagered and up $270. Not bad for about 15 minutes worth of work, eh? I'd say so. So yeah, if you got some kooky ideas, we're going to have fun. This year, we're going to have fun. And I think that when you have fun, you just naturally do better, right? How many jobs have you had you hate it and your performance sucks because you hate your job? Okay. We didn't do it. He wiped us out on the last 3 spins here, but that's okay. We still walked away with $270. That was 20 spins at $5. The nickel fudge nudge. And let me know what you think in the comments. This is just purely for fun, just dicking around here. But anyway, if you got some ideas like that, get in there. But again, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have my moments of degenning, and I'll have moments of playing the right way. And I'll make sure that I'm very clear about explaining that to you guys. So for the naysayers out there and the people that just want to be critical, I get it. That's fine. You want to say, I don't know what I'm doing. Totally fair. And for those of you that want to say, I don't know what I'm doing, and you can do better, I've thrown the challenge out since day 1. Come on our live stream, bring your bankroll. We'll play on the same table, real money, live dealer, same time, showing both our screens in front of a live viewer audience. I challenge you, bring your bankroll. Let's go. Show me Show me how good you are. Show me how crappy I am. That'd be a lot of fun. All right, guys, be good humans. Us against the casino always. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.